What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video, we're going to be going over some action that took place this past weekend in Lincoln, Nebraska with Terence "Bud" Crawford. He was the guest of honor at the football game between Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Colorado Buffalo. And I'm going to pose an important question in this video about how this relates to the real face of boxing. Guys, before we continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. Could you please do me a favor at this time? Hit the notification button. What this will allow me to do is every time I create something new, you'll be notified. Thank you. All right, guys, we always hear about who's the face of boxing. I'm the face of boxing. Ryan Garcia tweeted this afternoon that it's him and Tank Davis, not Canelo Alvarez. And this question to me, coming from a lifelong boxing fan, a guy who boxed since I was 7 years old, somebody who still coaches the sport, and someone now who loves to report on the ins and outs of boxing, I really could care less about who the face of boxing is per se, whether somebody claims they are or not, whether somebody is a huge pay-per-view sell or not. I just love exceptional fighters. Also somebody that carries themselves in a specific way, a true professional. Now, when we're talking about the face of boxing, Ryan Garcia says he is. Now, it's hard for me to imagine Ryan Garcia going into any professional or amateur environment, such as a college football stadium, with 87,000 people and being the guest of honor. He is a Los Angeles kid. Maybe UCLA would do that for him. Would he have the crowd on his side? This exact thing just happened this past weekend in Lincoln, Nebraska. And normally I would never report on the Cornhuskers, considering I'm a lifelong, diehard Ohio State Buckeye. But because this ties in to one of the greatest boxers of his generation, Terence Crawford, I'm going to give you the rundown. Nebraska hosted the Colorado Buffalo. And on paper, Colorado, they weren't supposed to win the game, but they had more buzz considering who their head coach is. Deion Sanders, Shiloh Sanders, his son, All-American, Heisman candidate quarterback. But it was Nebraska who got out on top at home. Like I said, 87,000 screaming fans. They won the game 28-10. Bud Crawford wasn't just at the game. He led them out the tunnel. So to anyone who is unaware about the significance of that, major college football programs, Nebraska being one of them, you pick somebody to lead you out the tunnel, you are a significant figure in that program. We know Bud Crawford is an Omaha, Nebraska kid. We know that he loves the state of Nebraska. And my point of this video is to showcase how much the state of Nebraska loves him. Now, when we talk about the face of boxing, are we talking about things like this happening? Bud Crawford being the guest of honor, 87,000 people screaming his name. They give him honorary belts, the national championship belts from those great 90s teams with Tommy Frazier. See, I know my college football too. You didn't know I knew that, right? And it's just hard for me to think about any other boxer of this era, especially an American boxer, who would get that treatment. So when people say, who is the face of boxing, how could you say anyone other than somebody who could cross over mainstream sports than Bud Crawford?